not only to save Hyrule from the Demon King, but for it to see eternal peace. I will dedicate myself to that goal. Now, and for all time. My friends, with all of your strength, stand with me.
Alright, yeah. That went on for so long, my controller went to sleep twice. Okay, so this is basically the, what happens if you beat the game. You reload the save before the Demon King fight. Alright, cool. Let me give a quick review of the game. I usually try to do these in two profiles been added. Alright. I usually try to do this in two separate things. I usually try to do story and the actual gameplay. So story first. This is not gonna be a really big review. The story, I really enjoy this story. I enjoy the content of the story, but I have a little problem with the presentation. Let me explain. The story I feel like is better than Breath of the Wild. Where you like the Demon Kings, like you and Zelda, the Demon Kings awakens. Zelda gets sent back to time, and you basically have a feeling that Zelda is gonna show up in the present. But it is a genuine shock when like you realize Zelda is the Light Dragon that you've been seeing throughout Hyrule, which is mostly the story is just it's kind of predictable, with a few very welcome surprise throw in, and you know what's gonna happen to, like, in the past they're not gonna succeed, but you don't realize that Zelda is like the Light Dragon. The story is really neat. The main problem I have with the story is mostly just like, I don't know why Teba is not the sage, but they made his son the sage. I don't really get that. I don't know why they did that. But oh no, I like the story better than Breath of the Wild. The main problem I have with the story is how it is presented to you, because most of the story you get are from the Dragon's Tears, and this game is called Tears of the Kingdom. So you're supposed to go collect all of the tears. But there's not like real order to when you're supposed to get these stories. So I think like by the halfway point, I got the story of, I got the picture of like Zelda turned herself into the Light Dragon. When I think the game wants you to realize that when you go to the game wants you to like go to look at the ending, go straight to the Hyrule Castle, fight the fake Zelda, go do the Monaru quest, down, go to the forest right here, clear it out, go to the Spirit Temple, do the Monaru quest, then try to go to the Croc Village and learn about the Light Dragon, then like board the Light Dragon. And then you're supposed to know, oh, Zelda's the Light Dragon. But that's not how that works. I figured out Zelda's the Light Dragon way before doing any of that. Yeah, so It is kind. I do have a little bit of a problem as to how the story is presented to you. And that I don't really know how they're supposed to fix that because yeah, like it is how the way the game is presented. It's there's not much anyone can do about that. What else do I? Yeah. The main the problem is like. The king, like I said that before. I touched on a little bit. I don't think I touched a lot. I go 2 steps into it. I don't plan on doing that here, but I feel like some of the blame as to what happened back then could be placed on like Raru's shoulders. Zelda warned him that Ganondorf is gonna be evil. He just like, yeah, I'll deal with him. If he becomes evil, I will be able to deal with him. Like that's not a problem. But. Like, you already know Ganondorf, and the memory here shows Ganondorf, like, can have, like, Gerudo under his control, and summons Molduga to actually attack the castle, and then he went into the castle and met with King Raru. This is where Zelda warns Raru about Ganondorf, but, like, even after Molduga attacks, like, Raru is still like, yeah, I can handle him, no problem. And then, like, his wife gets killed, and like, Ganondorf gets like a huge power up, which I don't know. It feels like kind of is his fault, and yeah, it's kind of a hand wavy thing for Zelda to turn back to normal, but I get it. You have to get Zelda to turn back to normal, or else it's not gonna really work. I think the best regional phenomenon quest, the last thing I want to talk about the story, I think the best regional phenomenon is the Gerudo one. Because before you clear the regional phenomenon, there's like really tough monsters, like the Gidble monsters, which inside, like, hidden inside Sandstorm, which gives you trouble traversal, and it gives you a bunch of monsters to fight. So it makes traversal dangerous and untenable. But that's the only, I think that's a good regional phenomenon. But the only other one, like, out of the rest of them, the Ritos, they have a snowstorm, which basically makes it so you cannot explore this region, which is good, which is probably my second favorite regional phenomenon. But there's not like a unique monster. I feel like all of the regional phenomena should make like exploration really difficult for you if you don't clear them, and then they should have like unique monsters to them. Like the regional phenomenon boss for the Ritos is the Cobra. They could very well like program with some like those little like miniature Cobra monsters where like they're hidden in the snowstorm, and if you try to explore this region without clear regional phenomena, they will just like dive from the sky to attack you. I think that'd be good. Also, the worst regional phenomenon is probably the Gorons. There's no like there's nothing stopping you from exploring. There's no real monsters. The only problem is the Gorons like eating pretty nasty meat, and that's it. So that's kind of disappointing. I wish there was something else. Like a bunch of the path would be just blocked off by constantly be blocked off by the big boss. I forgot what their boss is called, the giant spider thing. And there's like the Gorons that's eating the meat would actually attack Link, and Link cannot kill any of them, but the Gorons would actually attack Link. I think that would be much better. So like they have something blocking the way, and Gorons are just actively hunting the Link down. The Zoras is okay, I guess. The Zoras also didn't have any monsters. I wish there was like the Mug. The Mug is okay. It's a hindrance to exploration, but not completely like stopping you from exploring this region. I wish like when Link gets caught in the black mud, the monster will just rise from the muck and starts attacking Link. I think that would be much better. But I can only judge it by what they are. I feel like the Gerudo one is the best one out of all of them. Also, I still don't know why Tim is now the sage and Tulin is. Doesn't really make any sense to me. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about the story. The story is pretty good. The gameplay, I feel like because they jacked up the difficulty in this game, is not. It's you have to play this game a lot differently than Breath of the Wild. I didn't stream Breath of the Wild, but just by looking at my playthrough of this game, you probably wouldn't think of it because I hardly ever did any flurry rushes. But in Breath of the Wild, I spent like a long time trying to master flurry rushes on like basically all of the enemies. But when I started playing this game, I quickly realized it's not worth doing flurry rushes because the game throws in like a bunch of monsters throwing a bunch of monsters at you all at once. And if you try to like if you try to flurry rush one of them, the chances are you're gonna get like backstab or like a rock thrown or arrow shot at you from off your like off screen. So I didn't really think the flurry rush was worth it. And I get it that you're supposed to get your sage and have your sage distract the enemy, so you can fight enemy one-on-one and then do the flurry rush. But the thing is, unless you just like you come out of the sky, the Great Sky Island, to the Lookout Landing, and then you immediately go ahead and knock out all of the regional phenomenon quests, you are going to end up having you aren't gonna have like all the sages. And by the time I got the sages, I was already I already got used to the way I fought, which is just try to get on the higher ground, try to snipe enemy with headshot or like shock, freeze, or burn them, and to a lesser degree try to sneak up on them with the puff shroom or get them confused with the mudbud, and then try to take out the horde of monsters that way. Like by the time where I got like, you need 3 sages to have the enemy's fire draw off you, so you can do like flurry rushes. But by the time I got the 3 sages, I already built up I got used to the way I do things, so I never actually tried to do a flurry rush. And I will give the game this. You don't have to master flurry rush at all. You don't have to master sneak attack, flurry rush, or anything, because the game gives you so many options to do so many things. There's not really any need to stick to one thing. There's like no right way to do anything. And yeah, so like I guess I could say that's a bad thing, but like honestly, I feel like that is a point for this game. Also, I'm pretty sure I've been complaining about this since I started playing, and I realized that the monster in this game does way too much damage. Even if like Link has like great armor and stuff, 2 or 3 hits from a silver enemy is gonna kill Link. Normally that wouldn't be a problem if I were playing Breath of the Wild, because the silver enemy comes in later in the game and they don't give you a lot of them at once. But in this game, I'm pretty sure on my 4th day or 3rd day of streaming this game, I'm already running into like silver enemies. It went to like red, then I think the next color of the enemy I saw was just like they went straight to black instead of blue, like so. They went and then like 1 day after that, they went like straight to silver, which was insane, because I don't know, like, because you are definitely at the time they give you silver enemies, you are definitely not ready to fight silver enemies, and they just like straight up just skip through blue and black, which is fine because if they want to make the game more difficult, which is fine, but this game is different from Breath of the Wild by one big factor, which is you have to fuse weapons. In Breath of the Wild, the monster part the monster drops, other than making elixirs, you can make them like I think all you do is just cook with them and make elixirs, and then you go ahead and go to the Great Fairies, try to enhance your different items. I don't think there's and the dye shop I think uses monster part. I don't think there's any other thing that uses monster part, but in this game you have to like fuse on a regular basis, which brings me to my first complaint. the monster part are not that great looking. Like, you use most of the monster part you use are like the silver bokoblins, because that's the most, like, the silver Listform horn is really cool. The silver bokoblin horn is really stupid, and I don't really like using them. So, like, I wish they put more thought into, like, into the design of each horn. Like, look at this thing. What the heck is this? It looks so stupid. I wish they put more thought into different monsters' horns. Also, back to what I was talking about. You need them to like, because of how fast you give silver enemies, and once the silver enemy shows up, you just fight silver enemies non-stop at that point. So when it was a couple of streams ago, when I tried to go ahead and try to enhance my armors, I realized I don't have any like blue or black monster parts. Like this. I only have 3 boss bokoblin horns. Like, how the heck do I only have 3 of these? And like, what's the other thing that I don't have? Yeah, I think, and I have like blue boss bokoblin horns. I only have like 5 of these, which is weird because the reason why I don't have these, and compared to this, I have like 72 silver bokoblin horns. I'm pretty sure at one point it reached 99. So because of the fact that once you get silvers, you only have silvers. You only get like silver enemies. And the blue and black ones doesn't give you a lot of fusion. When you actually need them, you realize, yeah, you don't have a lot of those. So because like the game just skipped through the part of them feeding you blue and black enemy for a while and just jump right to silver, you realize, yeah, you don't have any of the parts you need, and if you want it, you're gonna have to go farm for it. But that's not gonna be easy either, because you don't know when they're gonna spawn. If they spawn, they're only gonna spawn one, or they're gonna spawn one of them like per blood moon or something, which means getting those is gonna be a drag. So yeah, this is a pretty good game, but not by no means is a perfect game. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's about it. Oh, pretty good story. The gameplay is alright, not great, but not really bad either. I think all in all, I'll give this game 8.8 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's like half a point, or 0.3. I think that's 0.5. I think I'll give Breath of the Wild 8.4 or 8.3, but so this is 0.5 points higher than Breath of the Wild. Because this is a point, like, this is better than Breath of the Wild. Just look at the sheer size of this game. This is the Breath of the Wild map. Look at this. Like, they added so much into this game. Yeah, I had a really good time playing this game. Easily by far the longest playthrough in this game. In my playlist. I think Persona 5 Royal got to like 400 plus. This is easily gonna go almost to 500. I think it's gonna be 490 or something. All right. I hear someone. I think I read a comment on my YouTube video once saying this is probably the most comprehensive playthrough of this game they've seen, which is what I'm aiming for. I tried to do everything. I tried to do everything I find interesting. I try to explore everywhere. But the first 100 or 150 playthrough, it's just me going through like 2 regions, and then I realized, yeah, I can just explore the region on my own, mark the point of interest on the map, and just do the point of interest on stream. Then like the playthrough really sped up, but it still took almost 500 parts to finish. All right, that's it. It is my longest playthrough ever. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's really comprehensive. This is basically how I like to play open world games. I don't play a lot of open world games, but when I do, I try to like explore everything. Mostly because of my OCD. All right. Okay, if you're watching this on Twitch, find the channel like to play through. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, comment if you want. If you want to watch it on Twitch, I'll leave the channel link down in the descriptions. The next new game I want to play is the new Hellboy game. I think it's called Hellboy Way of the Word or something. What is it called? Hellboy Web of Word. Yeah, Web of Web of Word. Word. I don't know how it's pronounced. I want to pre-order that game, but it's still not available for some reason. But yeah. That's the next new game I'm gonna play. Of course, I'm gonna play Persona 5 Tactica when it comes out. But the next, we have about 2 weeks before that game comes out, I will be playing a second playthrough of the Last Child. I played that game when I first started streaming. Not my very first game, but pretty close. I think this is my number 3 or 4th playthrough. I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing back then, so hopefully it will be better. If you want to know what The Last Child is, it's kind of an indie game, kind of in the vein of SMT, classic SMT Shin Megami Tensei. Really reminds me of SMT Shin Journey. But yeah, it's basically something like that. All right. If you want to watch the Last Child, come tune in for that playthrough. If you want to watch the Hellboy playthrough, wait until October 4th, I think. Yeah. All right. See you guys all next time. Goodbye.